This is Idaho News 6.
Ammon Bundy says he's the reluctant candidate for governor. The anti-government activist says he doesn't want to run, but he feels he has to. His party has disowned him, and he's lashing out at the other Republican candidates who he says don't stand a chance. So, how does Bundy plan to win? Roland Barris talked to him about his chances.
When you've survived 2 tense, armed standoffs with the FBI, running for governor might seem like a walk in the park. Still, Ammon Bundy says he'd rather not.
I don't want to run for governor.
GR.
I am running for governor, yeah, but it's not out of a want.
Bundy is best known for standing up to federal agencies, but after the coronavirus started killing hundreds of thousands of people, he directed his frustration at restrictions handed down from the state level to protect Idahoans.
Most people refused, and it didn't change the numbers. It didn't cause us to have the pandemic in which they're claiming.
Idaho has suffered 2,167 coronavirus deaths and nearly 200,000 cases, while the nation suffered the loss of 605,140 deaths so far. We will not comply! In opposition to coronavirus restrictions, Bundy staged protests outside the homes of public officials and police, a move those affected called reprehensible. Bundy says he had no other option. How does that help your cause? I mean, what it does to a lot of people in their minds is it makes you look like a bully.
Well, I think if you unwind it all, you'll see that what we're trying to do is actually come to a peaceful solution.
Yeah, but Ammon, you're going to people's homes and their kids are crying in the windows because they're concerned about their safety. Don't you have any compassion for a family?
See, you're pretty good. You want to make it look like...
No, I'm telling you what it is. We know what was going on.
So listen, let me answer you.
If someone did that to me, man, I'd be pretty upset.
Well, let me answer you. If you want an answer, I'll answer.
Yeah, I want an answer.
Okay, so how many homes did that councilwoman go into? How many homes did her decisions affect?
If he becomes governor, Bundy says he's okay with people protesting outside his house, so long as they stay on public property. Outside of the current governor, Bundy's top competition is expected to be Lieutenant Governor Janice McGeachin.
There's no way Janice McGeachin can beat Brad Little, but there is a way I can.
Why do you say that?
Because it takes someone polarizing. It takes somebody with good name recognition.
McGeachin's not polarizing.
No, not to the extent that she has to be. It takes someone who the people will know will fight an establishment.
Speaking of the establishment, the Republican Party of Idaho doesn't like Bundy. GOP leader Tom Luna issued this blistering statement after Bundy announced his candidacy. It reads, "We do not support his antics or his chaotic political theater. That is not the Idaho Republican Party, and we will not turn a blind eye to his behaviors." Did it hurt your campaign?
Actually, I think it only helped us. Absolutely. I see it as the very same thing, kind of the same battle, if you will. The Republican Party needs to be cleaned up. It needs to be, in some ways, exposed. And it needs to be put back in the people's hands and to start benefiting the people rather than the establishment.
Idaho is Donald Trump territory, but Bundy does not always see eye to eye with the former president, especially on the coronavirus vaccine. He touts it as one of the biggest achievements of his administration, to get it out there fast and to save lives. So you don't believe that?
No, I don't.
It's good enough for the President of the United States.
Well, that doesn't say a whole lot. I mean, look at Bill Clinton. I mean, I guess Monica Lewinsky was good enough for him, and he's the President of the United States. I mean.
And if you think an anti-government activist would support those who held an insurrection at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th, think again.
I think there's a lot of confused people there on January 6th.
Proof once again that there's more than meets the eye with the Ammon Bundy we think we all know. Roland Barris, Idaho News 6.
Ammon Bundy has made his reputation fighting the federal government, but how would he continue that effort if he became Idaho's governor? Coming up tonight at 10, our Roland Bears continues this conversation with Bundy. Hear what he has to say about specific plans to take over Idaho's federal land and why he thinks illegal drug use should not be prosecuted.
A lot of those people, like it or not, they've learned how to function with their drug habit. Okay. They've learned how to function. They you know, and like it or not, I feel that they should be able to continue to function until they do something, and then you punish that. Do not.
Bundy also believes the county sheriff is the ultimate law enforcement official, taking precedence even over the FBI. See what Bundy says about why he refused to listen to the sheriff over in Oregon, who asked him to leave the Malheur National Wildlife Refuge. Tune in tonight at 10 o'clock. Plus, you can catch these stories and much more with Ammon Bundy at IdahoNews6.com.